Okay. Now I think, oops, I think that's, oh, that looks better. There we go. All right. So now I've got, okay, good. Oh, oh no, I want that small, don't I? I mean, you know, I try to organise this all before I turn on the live thing, but then it never quite goes exactly how you want it to go. But that's okay, I suppose. Right. What's that noise? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. My computer making a noise, I think. I'll turn that. No, the volume says, can I hear myself? Oh yeah. Okay, it's not going to bother me. I don't know. I hope not. All right. Now I know what other streamers and YouTubers and they all stress at the beginning, maybe, or it might just be me. But I am painting. I'm painting a little sparrow, and in a similar method to what I did last time. And I want to do it so it kind of complements my other little painting that I did last week. So I can upload them together onto the Bluethumb art page. Here's my palette. So I prepared that. Got some colours put out there, nice and freshly put out. I just got to pour it into I've got some matte, thin painting medium. It's fast drying. I'm just going to pour that into the corner of my palette so I can grab that if I need it. I'm just going to start with this. I've got to choose a brush. I've got to choose some kind of brush to use for my first mark. And I think I might use this sort of longer, rounded. That's not a bad one. Actually, I've got some brushes. Yeah, I'll grab another one. It's only a little painting, so there's 3 brushes. I'm going to go for the long bristles because long bristles hold a bit more paint, which means that I can get an interesting mark happening. I've got my subject up here, and I'm zoomed in pretty good there, so I've got to make sure I don't knock my camera there on my zoomy thing. Let's see how that goes. Alright, I'm going to start with that kind of brown bit of head there, which I might try that. I might try this brush to start with. Got some pink gesso on the bottom there. And oh, see, I'm right. I should move myself down a bit, shouldn't I? I want to see that palette a bit. Bit of palette going on there. There's a bit of orange, bit of brown. Bit of brown there. I want more orange in that. Actually, I'm going to put a bit of burgundy in there. I quite like burgundy. Alright. Oh, here goes. Get that edge. The funny little mark on top there. I think I want a little bit more. I want to squash a bit more orange in there, to be honest. Yeah. There we are. That made some nice marks. Now I'm going to just put that brush just there and not wash it or anything. Grab something for a dark. I'm going to take a bit of, I've got midnight blue on here and I've got green black. I'm going to take a bit of that midnight blue with the burnt sienna on my brush and put this next mark in down here. So I've made a little trace of the bird on here just so I can contain my marks and not have to think too much, because you know it is a bit of a, you know, kind of can give you a bit of anxiety on this YouTube if you let it. Maybe not, I don't know, I might. Oh, I've got too much paint on there. I'm just going to squeeze some of that paint out of my brush and follow it right up there. Actually, I want a bit of medium on there. Yeah, that's better. Just follow that bit of beak. Is that where it ends up? And what I want now is a little stiff brush. Got water today. Last week I didn't have any water. I had to go get some. Oh, I just grabbed a lot of white. Where did I get that white from? So good. With another brush. Yeah, this one. This will do. Clean water this time. So products versus art. Just moving that a little bit. I need to just tweak the direction there. So if I'm making a little painting, especially to put on my Bluethumb, and I've only just kind of looked at Bluethumb and started putting artwork on there. I mean, I opened an account on Bluethumb. Bluethumb is an art site that artists in Australia sell their art on. And you just upload art, and the site has a clientele, and they organise all the sort of sale and postage and stuff, and they take a cut for their efforts. And so yeah, I was looking at that, and I had it for a while. I hadn't done anything about it, and then saw someone really compliment it, so I thought I'd have a look, and I uploaded a couple of works on there. Just to see what will happen. And then what I thought I would do is do something especially for the site. So what I put on there is not just art I've got lying around. I'm actually going to make art for it, which means I'm making products, I think. So that's what I was thinking, you know. So I'm doing things that I'm kind of a little bit familiar with, or a lot familiar with, that I can just sort of do fairly quickly. I was thinking, you know, that's what products are. Products are making things especially for sale, right? I think. But I mean, then of course, like, well, where's the art in that kind of thing? Where is the art in making products? And maybe it's in the process, you know, like actually making the thing is a kind of is an art in itself, just assembling something together, or perhaps it's the you know, the presenting of it in a kind of, oh, I need clean water, in a YouTube video. I mean, is YouTube videos art? So I was kind of just contemplating, you know, the difference between art and making things especially for sale. Mixing up a little bit of grey now. A bit of grey. That's not bad. Take some of that medium. One tiny bit of yellow. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to take a bit of yellow and white now. Yellow and white. More white. Nice little blocks of colour there. I might put the eye in right now. I actually like to put eyes in right at the beginning because I'll get a little brush. Because then I've got someone to talk, a character to talk to, you know, to have a little relationship with while I'm painting it. So this is where his eye is. I'll just take that tiny brush. Now I've got to get the right kind of colour here. Yeah, so I'm making products. There, that's where his eye is going to be. Okay. And alright, take this. It's only a little bit, so these are little paintings. And another thing I was thinking too, because this means if you have products on this site, you have to send them away. So if someone buys something, then it goes in the post, which means you've got to figure out how you're going to package it for post. And the post is actually, you don't charge customers for post, but what you do is you include it in your price. So when you upload a piece of artwork there, you put your price on, and then they calculate how much post is going to cost, and they add that onto it, and you get reimbursed for the post. But it ends up you including it in the price anyway, which is fair enough. But then you've got to package it as well, which you've also got to include in the price. So packaging for posting is really kind of something to consider, because it's all right for little works. You can easily wrap them up. You can cover them in cardboard. You can even, you know, use old cardboard boxes and cut them in a way that I've got to let that dry for a bit actually, so I can do another layer on that. So I've got that there. I want to take some grey down there. Packaging them for, now I'm concentrating a bit. Little ones, yeah, cover them in cardboard, keep some cardboard boxes, put cardboard around them, then bubble wrap, then more cardboard. So you can easily do that with a little painting. But big paintings, like anything over 60 by 60 centimetres, is if it's canvas, it's alright if it's board. With a board, you can just bubble wrap it up and pretty much then wrap it in brown paper, and that won't get damaged at all. But if it's a canvas, it can easily rip, tear, you know. So you got to think about that, and that's why. So you've got the option. You've got the option of painting it on canvas. So this is my options, and I'm trying to think what's better, or just not even worry about big works and just do small works. But you can paint them on canvas, and then you can take them off the frame and roll them up, and that's what I normally would do if I was sending anything anyway. You know, take it off the frame and roll it up. in a tube and send it that way, because then it gets framed at the other end, and you can't damage it that way. But then there's a hassle of framing it at the other end. But it certainly saves a lot of hassle in the post. And what Bluethumb do is they insure it. So they include insurance in the post. That's pretty cute. Oh, I don't know. So they include insurance in the post with their post cost, and things seem to. I was looking at some of the comments and things in the actual artist's. There's a page that you can join to check out what goes on there, and you know, there's a fair bit of stuff that gets damaged, and then they have to mend things and fix things. So it makes me really nervous about putting big paintings on there, unless I do them where I post them and I roll them up, or I paint them on board and keep them under sort of 60 by 70 centimeters, so nothing bigger than that. Yeah, it's an interesting bit of a quandary. Yeah, I don't know. So, but it seems to be the way that it's going. So art seems to be, people are selling paintings. Seems to be a lot of sales online. A lot of artists are selling paintings online, and so the considerations are to be as transparent as possible about what it is, how it's going to be hung, you know, so you show photos of the front and the back and the hanging system, what you've got set up, or if they have to frame it themselves, obviously you've got to be pretty transparent about that. And then I guess charge accordingly. Very interesting. A very, very interesting sort of thing to think about. A little bird's head there. There he's appearing. Hello. Don't worry, I'm not crazy. I always do that. I always talk to my little characters as I'm painting them. Say, hello, little bird. I'll give him a name. I don't know what I'm going to call this one yet. I'll think something in a minute. So then I'm thinking, okay, I've got to hang on to boxes, right? So if ever a box, you know, have a pile of boxes, and maybe even it might be a good idea to paint, every time I do a painting that I intend to upload online, to have that ready with enough cardboard to box it in case it sells. So it's actually there. So, you know, you paint a painting, you source the cardboard for the post, and then you put it online after that. Yeah. So it might be a kind of, the whole thing is done together. I should just leave that eye for a bit and let that dry for a bit and go somewhere else before I go back to there. So I might just put that little bit of white there. And there's actually a little bit of white under, a little bit of yellow under this beak here. And then I'm going to go into the body, put that there. You see that one? I think so. Yeah, okay. I see some pink through there. I'll join that up. Actually, no, I'll do it now. I'll do it now with this little brush. What is that? Bit of grey on there. Just join that bit together. I've abandoned this bit of palette there. I want to keep my marks that I like. Okay. Without overworking it. Do I like that top bit? I'm just going to push this up there like that. And then that makes that dark bit. That works okay. Okay, so now, what's going on down here, I wonder? Or should I go into the wing area? I'll go into the wing area first. Even though the wing sits on top of, I can put that kind of bit of orangey browning. Got my rag here, so I'll wipe that. Wipe my brush on my rag, nice and dry, and load up some orange brown. Can you see this? Get the right colour there. More orange. Yeah, with some brown. Okay. So I'm just gonna get a nice little mark like that. No, that's not too bad. Now I'm going to grab some of the dark and just test that. Okay. I'm just going to put one of them. I'll just load it again with some burgundy this time as well. And put that one in. Oops. And I'll leave those black marks and move that down the back there. Okay, so you've only got a limited amount of that. You can turn that upside down. Alright, I need a bit of grey. Use some purple in that grey. Yeah. Right. Ooh. Okay, that's okay. I need my scrubbing brush again. Some kind of stiff brush that I can, move paint with, just to get that edge. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's a little bit of brown in there, so I'm just gonna. Yeah. Right. Good. Now what's happening here lightens up a bit, so what have I got on my brush? That makes a bit of purple and yellow through that. See what? Oh yeah, that's not bad. A little bit more orange maybe. Yeah. Take that purple again. Yeah, kind of combination of that. And I can put this one in. It's a little bit grey. Don't think it's going to matter that too much. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to put that one through there. And another one maybe through there. There's a white edge on that, but I'll have to get that later. Oh no, might push it together with this. Let's see what happens if I push it together a little bit. I want a bit of tone under there, so I wonder if I should have a bit of green on my palette. A bit of tone under there. Yeah, okay, there, a bit of white. A little white for that underneath because that's really, yeah, that will work. Yeah, that's okay. And then it's pretty dark behind there. I wonder if I should talking to myself. Well, there's no one really else to talk to. So yes, so then what happens then, I finish this, right? And I do this, and then I photograph it. I finish it, photograph it. So you got to take a photograph of the front. They suggest you do that, and then a photograph of it in a, you know, displayed kind of situation, like on a wall with some furniture. And I've got this app called Canvy where I upload my painting, and then you can choose a wall, and it looks like it's hanging on the wall. It's pretty good actually. So one of them, and then it wants a side view so you can see the edges, like how deep it is and what sort of edge it's got. And then they want a back view so they can see the hooking and hanging system or whatever's on the back. And so that's that many. And then you can also upload it in a framing option. So if it's not framed, they can get it custom framed. So you just upload it straight, and then it will have that option to be shipped to the framers. And I don't know if that's a good idea or not, because then you're kind of relying on their framers to do it, and maybe, you know, it's probably better if the person who purchases it, if they do, takes it to their own framer, so they're careful with it, because things get damaged when they're couriered, so it's always a bit of a worry to rely on couriers to be really careful with things. I think owners are more careful than couriers, things like that. That's just kind of what I feel. Might be wrong, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure some couriers are really careful. Okay, the bulk, oh, that looks quite nice. The bulk of the body. I think I'll do the soft fluffy grey bits first. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. It's really interesting, this. And I've always kind of been one for, I like making products, you know, like where you just sort of make things that you're familiar with a bit. Oh yeah, that's nice. I've got to be careful I didn't pick up some paint then. Oh, I've got to be careful with that. Load my brush again. Just tweak it a bit. Yeah. Oh, that one probably was a bit light. Yeah. Take some more grey on that. The front bit here. Be careful it's not too grey though. Change my brush. Go this way. So there's browny grey now. Browny grey here. This bit. And it's light, it's not dark. More yellow, more brown. That looks kind of close. Bit of scribble through there. Grey that off a bit. dots on there. Yeah, colour there. And I'll just put a few little dots here. It's kind of spotty dotty bird, this one. Might require a bit of layering maybe. Yeah. Take that edge off that. Okay, so you're down this back end under the tail. That's a fluffy bit. I want some fluff. Some yellow fluff. So I'm going to dry my brush off a bit and see if I can get a fluffy effect. I think I need a bit of Naples yellow. I'm just going to find some Naples yellow. There's a little bit of a... Here it is, Naples yellow. It's a little bit of a cleaner yellow, but it's very, very light, so that should give me a fluffier look. That's pretty thick, that is. I might have to tweak that. And I like this matte medium too. I like this matte finish. It's kind of gives it a satin feel. Oh, no. Some pink in there. I didn't want pink in there. So, okay. Fluff. And a bit of fluff. Ooh. And then I'll just cool that down a bit further up under the tail and around this leg bit. Oh, there's a bit here too. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so grey is what we've got on there. I think. What colour have I done there? Oh, someone's pulling their bin in. It's bin day. Oh, that spot there. Right. Island sparrow. What I think I need to do is put that bottom edge actually. Clean this brush up. So what time did I started at 1:45, I think, after my little muck up at the beginning. And so I've been going for a little while. Now I'm going to, she's standing on some kind of rock. I'm going to put a bit of a rock thing on there with this bit of card. Actually, maybe not that bit of card, maybe another bit of card. Oh, this bit of card here. So what do I got on to? Yeah, I've got some pink and stuff in here. Okay, let's have a look. Just going to test something. Yeah, that's good. Okay. It's going to go. Oh, yeah. Oops. Oh. Is that up high enough? It needs to go a bit higher there. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, dear. I've got some massive lumps there now. That's all right. I don't want those lumps. And then I need to finish that bit off the back there. There's some yellow down there too, which I don't mind, so I'm going to actually grab this yellow and just put that in there a bit. Oh, I'm making a mess here. Grey and a bit of grey, just for that bit down there. Right, okay, stop with that bit. Stop with that bit. Then you get this, like, you know, hands get covered. I need a fresh rag, don't I? Grab myself a rag. A rag over here somewhere. So that's the thing with rags, you know, you can keep them or to keep them and let them dry and use them again, or chuck them when they're wet. Oh, that one I'll keep for a bit. Okay. Under the wing, under the wing. Actually, before I do under the wing, I really need to straighten this edge. I don't like it, so I'm going to do it now while I can. Scratch that down a bit. Need some fresh water. That's better shape. That bit of smudge is okay though, because I can just, oh no, it still comes off. I can just paint more of that pink over it. Do I want to get a drip down there? Just one drip. I can hear someone saying, no drips, please. I won't touch it. Please don't do drips. Okay. Legs, before I go under the wing there, hey? Legs. I'll just chuck a leg in. Yeah, I suppose legs are a bit like eyes, you know. You've got to put them in so you can figure out what the hell they're doing. So let's just put that one in. Yeah. What did I have on my notes? I should check my notes now. What did I have on my notes? What did I have on my notes? Probably not much. Oh, it was really all about products. And products. So this is a product. I'm making a product. And like I've made a lot of products in my life. Things especially to, you know, put somewhere to sell it. And it's fun. And I think I think it's a hard one to for artists, because I think, you know, it's really hard to price your work, artwork, and to, because, you know, I mean, how do you price it? You could take time into consideration and you know, what you charge by the hour, but you just, some things take longer than others, some things take quicker than others, and then the things that take quick, you know, like anything, you put either years of effort learning how to do it or whatever. No, I don't know. There's different kinds of theories and ideas on selling. Some artists suggest sell by the size and you charge so much per square inch, and you know, that's one way to do it. But weirdly, sometimes smaller works take as long as bigger works. Depends what it is. Depends what you're painting as well. Just put that little hook on there, and might do that in a minute. Okay, now I am going to go. I'll just give that a minute, and I want to go under that arm. So under that wing, not arm. It's a wing, isn't it? I want to use a card under there. I just feel like it. I'm going to load it up with brown and yellow and stuff. Just there, yeah. So I'm just going to kind of get that straight edge there like that. Okay, yeah, look, that's all right. Just a little bit of that. I don't want too much of it. Maybe a bit down there, but I'll just turn it down. Problem with when I'm doing this, I'm going to have to clean my palette. Ooh. Change the card because I don't want a lump there. Oh, lift the lump off. Modelling. Got to quell temptations to overwork things. Quell that temptation. Right down. And go back to that face and beak in a minute. Well, so now here we want, what was that too? Hang on. I can see a lump that I don't want there, so I don't really want that lump. They'll take it off. Those other lumps are okay. Yeah, good. So, white and grey. Get this one down here. He's such a fat little boy. He really is. Fat, fluffy. Maybe he's either cold or he's young. I'll take that down. Oh no, he really is a bit fat. He really is a bit fat. Some white and yellow. Was that it on my notes? I think that was it on canvases or boards. So canvases or boards. I love painting on board. I love how sort of smooth it is, you know, how smooth it gets, and and how tough they are. You can't, you know, if you drop them or when you send them, they're good like that. I like that. I don't know why more artists don't paint on boards, but to be honest, don't know why. There's some sort of spots and dots up there with the brown and orange, so I'm wondering if I should, yeah, I'm going to mix up my own version of orange using burgundy. I'll put it here, burgundy, and that dirty yellow. Actually, it should, no, not dirty yellow. It should be, maybe this colour. Cadmium orange into that burgundy. Let's see what that does. That's about brown. It's a nice kind of clean, bright brown, which I want in here a bit, because I want a bit here and through here, because there's going to be some dark spots there too. And then I'm going to lighten it up a bit with white. Yeah. And that. I'm just going to do this one. That's a bit cleaner. Oh, that's nice. Now that's a nice colour. Now that brightens it up. Makes it a bit happy. One there. And one there. And maybe just a little one through here a bit. And I could kind of, check what's on, yeah. Could add it through here a little bit. And I could I've got to just bring this wing down there. And there's two black spots on it, so I might put them on as well with this brush. So yeah, when I paint on my boards, like I buy, what do you call that stuff? MDF, about 3 millimeters, or fairly thick one. Maybe it's 4 millimeters, pretty thick. And I, paint on the back and put the name of the painting on the back, and sometimes I stick some interesting things on there, just, you know, so there's a bit of a surprise on the back as well for a bit of interesting fun. Yeah, and just going that way. So I'll do that bottom bit of tail feather. I'll put some medium on there and just get that in place, because it's in the shadow, so it's a bit dark, so I'm going to do it with this one. So it starts down here, comes under there a bit, get some black. And some grey. Grey brown actually. Check my brush. Yeah. This one there. Okay, I might just connect the neck now. Bit of a shoulder in. Yeah, so is the time now? 2:37. 2:37. That bit. Yeah, body. There's more tail. More tail, more brown on my palette. I need some more brown on my palette, don't I? Burnt sienna. More burnt sienna. I could probably put some umber on my palette, but I think I like the palette. Such a weird kind of combination with the pink background. Yeah? Pink and brown. Like in the 70s. Well, that was really orange and brown, wasn't it? That one. Ah, yeah. And tone under there. And a bit of grey just up under here. Right. I need to also connect this bit down here. And what do we call it? Grey. Put brown. Yeah. So when I finish this, I'll just upload it onto. No, photograph it. That's what I was going to do. But I have to photograph everything first. So that's kind of cute little body, cute little bod. Now I need to oh, looks like someone just followed me. That's so sweet. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. I always forget to sort of. Well, I haven't got any sound on my computer. Otherwise, I get all this, feedback. So then I don't know what's going on in there. I'm not a very good host with that. But so, all right, detail on the eye a little bit now. A little bit more detail on the eye. So, I don't have my glasses handy, not to worry. See, that really helps. Really pops it out. And there's a bit of, I could get in there with the dark as well, but I'll just, with these little brushes. Okay, I've got to push that around with some grey onto this. That's not a bad brush. This is a sort of round. It's not very long. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do as well? I forgot to auto-lock my focus. Focus locked. Silly me. All these little details that you forget about. Yeah, so I like matte medium at the moment. I really should have my glasses. Oh, there. Little detail eye there. And what happens on this side of the eye? So I always think the detail in the eyes are pretty important, which is why I should have my glasses on. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Alright, hang on, I'm going to get my glasses. glasses are good. Glasses. These glasses are multifocals. So they're they change. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, God. I can actually see what I'm doing now. Which means there's a bit of brown in there. There's a little bit of, brown shine in that eye. And there's also a little bit of blue kind of glaze. Yeah. Like a blue, a very little blue shine at the top. What the white dot sitting on? Put that white dot on it. I very rarely wear glasses when I paint, but sometimes you really need to. Oh yeah, and then what's really interesting too is you load up all that stuff for this site, and then you can also load up a video. So I'm actually loading these videos of me painting the products that I'm putting on this site. So I attach the video to it so you can see it being painted. Oh, I thought that was an interesting thing to do. I think the video is actually meant to be like, you sort of hold it and show it around and stuff. But I thought it would be quite nice if it was the process. Right there, do some little kind of feathers. I like that. Now I've got to work into the beak there a bit. There's a little bit of grey now. I'll just touch that eye up a bit. On the other side here so I can just, detail takes a while, and it gets pretty boring. It doesn't make a lot of, doesn't make fun video watching the detail bit. That's where I need to be a better conversationalist, I think. If I'm going to do this, I'll just do a little bit more and then I'll finish. So that can go around there. I really want to do the beak. So I'll have to look closer at the beak. So I've got like an orangey line. Orangey yellow line in the middle first. I'll do that bit first. Which means I need a little bit more orange on my palette. A little bit more orange on my palette. There's a bit brown in there as well. Right, so this central line can go, I could do it more yellowy actually. I probably should. Go all the way through there. And the bottom beak, I'm going to get a different yellow. What yellow should I get? I should get, I just need, cadmium yellow. So different from those dirty yellows. Oh, yeah, thank you. Cadmium yellows, just a little bit on the palette. Won't need much because it's only going in the beak, nothing else. Cadmium Yellow Series 4 is one of the more expensive yellow paints, but it's really not a paint I use a lot of. So I don't know, it's very, very strong. Sometimes it's kind of necessary, but yeah, that's a better colour. Now for underneath, So I can bring that into the tone under there, and then I can lighten up that side bit. This bit here. That goes right up into that bit. And then, yeah, I've got to, okay. Yeah, it's funny, they're little brown birds, but they have little yellow beaks. I wonder why they have yellow beaks. I wonder what the reason is behind that. How they came to have yellow beaks and not brown beaks or grey beaks. You know, if you were to look at the story of evolution of them or whatever. I mean, who knows? Funny things we think about when we paint things. So that is a little bit rounded there, and a little bit more orange underneath. So I might just put that little bit of orange there, like this. I need some grey on top. I've got to cut that in a bit. And this is a beautiful thing about acrylic paint and nice brushes. I need a nice brush for this next bit. I need a very nice, neat brush. And I can cut that in with the background. It's not quite the right shape. Not terribly happy with this shape, so I'm just going to cut that in like that. And get rid of that lump. I can put the paint over that again. And that bit up there needs to be whiter. So what day is it today? It's Wednesday. Wednesday the 17th of November. Believe it or not. Quite a lovely afternoon, beautiful weather here in South Australia. Yeah. And then I'm just going to put some I need to lift that right up a bit more. Yeah, that's a better shape. Wipe my brush on my rag. There's my rag, there it is. And then I reckon I'll stop for this. This lovely, enjoyable creature who is nothing more than a product. My little product. Hello, little product. I might name you the product actually. That can be your name. The product. Oh, damn it. Might have to just sort you out in a minute. What else? Oh, I haven't finished the feed either. Got to do that too. Oh, I've got to do a few more little things. Like, you know, little things like this. But this, all this stuff's boring now. It's all boring. Like stuff like, you know, this. Or just a few of these little things. Because they kind of add to the drama of it all. And just a little bit. Don't need much. Because I've got most of it down. Like that. And got the bulk of him down. Yeah, okay. Well, what else? What else? Just I could think about chopping that bit of that head off. And it's still, oh, okay, I might just do that little bit of foot. Last little bit of foot here. Glasses on. Glasses on. And then I will stop. And what else do I have to do today? Make some soup. That's what I was going to do. Make a little bit of soup. And get stuck into finishing off my commission. I've got a commission I should be working on. But I just couldn't help myself. I wanted to do some of this. The commission work and hang out some more washing and all things that, you know, aren't that exciting. But that, although, you know, I like finishing things, I'll be very pleased when I finish my commission. And then I've got to start another one. So, thing there. Well, yeah. I just could keep going and going and going. I need some tone under that bead again. I will put that little bit in. Some bits take a little bit longer than others because you don't quite get the colour right. The problem with acrylic paints is that it dries too quick. It dries a lot quicker than, it dries darker, so if you're trying to colour match, you often, you know, don't quite get it right because it's too dark. You mix it up and put it on, it's a little bit too dark. And then you have to patch it up again, so you do have that problem with acrylic paint. And am I gonna go back? Probably should do that a little bit. Can keep going and going. All right. I think that's a nice little compliment to my other bird. Well, it's got to be because that's where it's going. It's going on there. I can put in some detail like this, just little bits here and there to add to it. And it's never ending then once you start. Okay, that's it. I'm going to stop. I've got to clean up and just reload my brushes and reset my palette and everything like that. So